Hello, Gemini Sun, Virgo Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. This is going to cover July of 2025 through June of 2026. I'll be pulling 12 cards, one for each month. Card 1 for you, again, is going to be July, and card 12 will be June of 2026. I'll also pull a card from the bottom of the deck to see for an extra theme for the year, an extra message, something you need to know. We'll see whatever comes through when we pull that last card. So we're down into months 10, 11, I'll fix those later, and June. And on the back of the deck we have the Ten of Swords, a card of endings, clearing some connections, clearing something that is blocking you from moving forward. Somebody who is, and this is what I'm getting, is somebody who has been deliberately misleading you, gaslighting you, or talking behind your back in some way and trying to tarnish your reputation. I don't know if it has to do with jealousy or because they think they're going to lose you or you're going to move on without them. That's an inevitable thing, though. They're not growing. They're staying where they are. They're maintaining the same behaviors. They don't want to make any changes, but you are moving and evolving. You are growing, and you are growing beyond this person, and they're clinging as tightly as they can to hold you back with them. But they can't. You can't prevent your growth. So this Ten of Swords is indicating that throughout this year anyway, maybe there's even 10 specific instances that are triggered here or that trigger you to make this change, to move on, to cut them off, to cease contact, or whatever this is in whatever flavor you have going on here, or whatever situation or area of life. But it's over. It's final. There's no going back from this. There's no resuscitating it. You're done. They're done. And you're clearing that so you can move forward with your life and not deal with any of that anymore. That's not your problem. Not anymore. So I feel like we'll get stuff on how this plays out as we go through each month. All right, starting off with month 1, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a card indicating change, evolution, movement forward. So maybe this is happening right here in, June, May-June time frame. And you're just moving forward. You are going with the flow of time. You are going with the flow of the energy, and you are looking forward and moving forward, taking actions, embracing the change. You're ready for this. And this is a month where there is at least one significant thing happens, or that comes to your attention that, yeah, you really have moved on. And you're looking forward to what the future might bring. This feels like a bit of a new path for you, certainly a changed one, if not new, a significant enough change. I mean, so for example, if this were a work situation, this could be where maybe you relocated so you don't have to deal with that person in that office anymore. Or you decided to quit employment at that place and get a job somewhere else because you're done. You're not dealing with that BS anymore. Taking that change, making the change, and following through on it. Month 2, though, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, this is a feeling of, okay, there's a sense of uncertainty here. This is a big change. This is something you're going through, and you may be getting a bit of anxiety or feeling like you're trapped. Maybe there's a delay or something, or a potential delay, or maybe you couldn't start at the next job or make the move happen as soon as you wanted. So now you're like, well, great, now I'm going to be stuck here. It's not going to happen. I'm trapped. That is not true. Try to have some tools in place to help you manage that kind of thinking. You are not stuck. You are not trapped. That is not the reality. It could just be that something has slowed down and they're just waiting on this one final paper. But once you get that done, and maybe you have delayed or you forgot something, ask. You are free to move around at will. All these swords in the ground around you are other people's ideas and expectations. They've put those in your way. this person will be trying to get into your head again or to try and block you in other ways. Don't let them. Ask around, ask questions, verify things. Make sure things stay on track. You can move around, you can ask questions if you're in doubt, and make sure you're staying on track. You have the power here, no one else. Don't think you don't. And then in month 3, we have the Page of Coins. Coins are pentacles or earth energy. It's kind of a slow, easygoing, chill vibe, chill energy. In this case, pages are young, fresh energy, naive, ready to try something new, asking questions, or trying to figure out what they want to do next. They're exploring. They are practicing if there is something they think they might want to focus on long term. In this case, we have a squire trying to make a horse move by pushing it from the side. Clearly, they have no experience with horses, but they are willing to try, and they are learning and figuring out how to make it work. And they will do it because this is a stubborn kind of energy. This is, I'm going to make this happen. I don't know exactly how, but we're going to make this happen. We're going to get things going. So there is persistent energy here. Also very grounding, like very confident that you know you can figure this out. With just a little practice, you can make it happen. In month 4, we have the Ace of Coins. In a way, the page is new beginnings, or the start of something new anyway. Ace of Coins is also a fresh start. Or inspiration. This could be a new idea for maybe where you want to live. Maybe part of your thing for getting away from this person is an opportunity comes up that gives you a chance to move further away, or maybe move out of the house or something like that. But you need to look into it quickly, and you will need to make a decision probably before the end of the month if you want to take advantage of the opportunity that comes forward. Ask questions again. Give yourself time to look into it more. Does it make sense? Can you afford it? Etc. And again, this is not necessarily what the situation is, but it's along those lines. Be curious about it. Don't just bat it away and say, oh, that's impossible. Embrace the impossible and see if it really is. You might be surprised. And then in month 5, we have the Queen of Swords. Swords, an air element. You, Gemini, are an air element. And your rising sign is an earth sign, but it's Virgo. Both of you are ruled by Mercury. So Mercury rules your entire chart. And whatever house your sun is in, that's also ruled by Mercury. So when Mercury goes in retrograde, I don't know if that's happening in this month or not, be aware of what house that is in during that retrograde. And be aware that there may be technology issues, or maybe this is the month you don't start up anything new in those areas, because you may be particularly sensitive to those things. But anyway, back to the Queen of Swords. She is very confident, definitely an authority figure. It is feminine energy. It is nurturing, but the Queen of Swords is not about the emotion. They want the facts. They want the figures. They want to be informed. They don't want any flowery prose around it. This isn't about creativity. This is about the facts, the logic. Do you have a plan A, plan B, plan C? This might be somebody else that you're working with, or maybe you're hiring or working with someone on planning some moves or some changes you might want to make in your life. This person knows their stuff. They're very confident. This is how they work things out in their life to make things, how they've reached success. Maybe they're inspiring you to follow a similar path. There could be a lot to learn from this person. So be willing, if you're curious, ask the questions. They really love that. They will talk to you about it. Maybe put a time limit on it. Unless you're okay for that conversation going on for a lot longer than anticipated. And then we come to month 6 with the 5 of Wands. Wands is a fire element. 5s are challenges, like little bumps in the road to see if you're ready to level up in some area or meet the challenge, overcome a challenge that perhaps you've faced in the past. Wands at the Five of Wands is like a competition, a challenge. You're pitting yourself against others in some way. This could be a battle of ideas, a battle of wits. It could be something physical. Maybe you're decided to run a 5K or something like that for the first time ever. And in this case, the challenge is to get it done, is to just finish it. And the next time, it might be to finish faster. You're challenging yourself, pitting yourself against your own progress in a way. That feels strong in some way for a lot of you. The other aspect of this is if it has something to do with work. Maybe you're all competing for a certain project or something like that, and you want to make sure that you're putting the best offer forward. The best way to do that is focus on what it is you have to bring that is unique to you, special to you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You don't have to do it exactly the same as them. You want to stand out. You don't want to blend in this case. So standing out here is going to be the goal. And that's how you win. And that's month 6. Down here in month 7, I'm sorry, I'm going to move this camera a little bit. There we go, I think. Doesn't want to stay. All right. Month 7 down here, we have the Four of Swords. So you've put in the work, you did some planning probably with this person to help, maybe they helped you with this project here, to put in the effort and put in the work, and you've submitted it. But it could have been very draining, especially mentally. That's why here in month 7 we have the Four of Swords, which is a card of rest, mental rest. Don't overthink anything. If you find yourself going into that, go take a nap. Go for a walk. Do something else creative, something that engages your brain and gets you into more of a flow state rather than actively thinking or focusing on a problem. You want to put it to the back of your mind this month. Let your brain work in the background while you focus on being present where you are or relaxing. This is not a month to sign any new agreements, to start any new contracts or projects. Maybe brainstorming if it's fun to do and not a stressful thing. But you kind of want to just chill out and relax. Maybe this is the month you take a vacation or plan one. But let yourself recover from all of that. Give yourself a break. You deserve it. In month 8 here, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, a major arcana card. This is somebody who is looked up as an authority figure. Somebody who has a lot to teach. This could be indicating that you're going to some classes or maybe meeting somebody at work or in a new job who you're going to be taking training from. Some of you could be the Hierophant where you're teaching others. I feel like it's more about learning or at least getting the basics from somebody who knows all the legal jargon, who knows what the rules and the laws are. This could even be somebody you're meeting with about a legal matter, for that matter. But a lot of times this could represent a professor, a priest, a bishop, a pope. Again, that authority figure who's very familiar with how the order. This is how we do things. These are the laws. This is how we respond to those. This is how you drive a car legally, to do all this stuff and that stuff. It's kind of dry. It can seem very dry. You may find it fascinating, though, with your placements, because it is all that air element stuff. Hierophant, very much about the learning and the information. There's something in particular that you want to focus on this month, and this person has that information. You want to get the basics from this person because they know it all inside and out. Raise your hand. Ask the questions, engage with them, and have fun with it. There will be something you learn from this that is going to enrich your life in some way, whether that is it gives you a leg up at work or in some community event or maybe in your education in general. Maybe this is a special tutor of some kind. Whatever this is for you that gets you into the learning mode and absorbing information mode, focus on that. Let yourself have fun with it. And then in month 9, we have the Nine of Cups. This is a month where you're feeling very proud of yourself, of your accomplishments. And you kind of want to show off a little bit. You want to talk about your successes. You want to share them with others. You want to show off. Why not? Yes, some people could be off put by that. Yeah, maybe you even sometimes, as I have had, feel guilty that you're doing better or you're having easy successes. It's never really easy, it just appears that way. Okay, sometimes you're a natural at something. I'll give you that. That is true. But you shouldn't feel ashamed of that. If this is a dream or something you've always wanted, if it comes naturally to you, then it is something that you were meant to do, you meant to use, meant to share. Don't dim your light for somebody else here in this month. Show off your trophies and be proud. Feel proud. Feel that excitement and that joy. And just bask in it. And then we get to the Queen of Cups here in month 10. The Queen of Cups, so another authority figure, feminine again, but this time having to do with your emotions and intuition. This is somebody who knows how to express their feelings in a way that others can understand, easily understand. They know what their triggers are. They have plans and things in place for when those happen. They control their response. They don't let their emotions drive them. They do leverage their emotions, but they're not driven by the emotions. So this could be somebody who is, it could be a mother figure, an aunt, something like that, maybe even a grandmother. It could be somebody who is a counselor or takes on that kind of role. Somebody you can talk about how you're feeling about things. Maybe related to this. Maybe there is something underlying or preventing you from basking in your success, and you want to learn more about why that might be. This may be the person that you're talking to about it, whether that is a professional, a friend, a relative, whatever it is, because you trust this person, because they seem to be able to intuitively connect with the emotions in others and help you understand them better so that you can better understand yourself. So take the time to have that conversation. Don't shy away from it. This is communication again, but it's expressing the emotions behind it. What emotions are motivating you to make changes you've made? And it could also be something lingering over emotions tied to this. Yes, it was clear cut and cutthroat in a way, but it needed to be done. And maybe now you're able to talk about it on an emotional level and how it impacted you and how it changed you. And then in month 11, we have the Two of Cups, a card of unity, of connection. This is a month where you may meet somebody and have an instant connection, emotional connection with, because we're still in cups. Somebody you want to get to know better, deeper, have some conversations with. See if this is something you want to take to the next level. This could be romance. This could be a new, like, friendship, like an instant connection with somebody. And now you're going to go hang out a few times during this month to get to know each other better. See if this is something that's really longer term. Do you want to sign up for several months of parent-teacher conferences and you guys always going together with? As far as friendship goes, is this a romantic partner that you have some interest in? If yes, ask the questions during this month. How do you envision your future? What do you want out of a relationship? And sharing that same information with the other person so you can see if there's more beyond this instant attraction, this instant emotional connection. Is it something that could go the distance? And this could also apply to business, where you guys just really mesh well together, at least when it comes to what you each offer. But on paper, would that work? In practice, would it work? And then in month 12, we have the Six of Wands. This is a great card to end on. This is a victory card. This is Go take that victory lap. Go again, show off your success. Don't shy away from the praise. Say thank you. Accept the accolades. Take the flowers. This is a month you're going to be getting recognition for something. And you may be the first person in your family, in your work area, whatever it is, that accomplished this, which is why it's getting so much recognition and inspiring others to try things differently, to put their own twist on things. Because you never know what might work and what might push something over the finish line until you give it a shot. Maybe a little creativity was all it needed, and you happened to apply exactly the right solution. And that, Gemini Sun, Virgo Rising, is what I have for you for your year ahead reading. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below to let me know if this resonated with you or not. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.